This week, the city targets a tech giant over DIY gun videos.
That gun right there can kill hundreds of people in a minute.
Plus, a bloody brawl breaks out at a boat party. And a deadly crash rocks a Long Island community.
We gotta raise a child that had everything going for it. It's not fair.
Right?
That's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy. I hear you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the land. Welcome back to Monarch Smart TV, and if this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boy, and make sure you turn them notification bell and place them on all so you do not miss a content, because we got the facts, the truth, and the bangers. So if y'all ready, get your chips, get your popcorn, get your drinks, get your spliff, get whatever y'all need to get comfy, relax, put your legs up, and check out the facts.
Taxi drivers in New York City say they've had it after a string of carjackings and robberies in the Bronx.
Fox 5's Lisa Evers talked to several victims about what they've experienced and how the State Federation of Taxi Drivers is taking action.
Residents of many city neighborhoods depend on radio dispatch car services like High Class for door-to-door service at an affordable price. Many of the drivers live in the communities they serve, but now getting behind the wheel is a high-risk occupation.
Any driver that's active and working, I know exactly where they are.
Chris is a dispatcher at the West Fordham Road High Class location.
Any call they get, it's always a risk.
Driver Bamori Sanogo, a father of 4, says a male-female robbery team stole $135 from him. The male suspect put him in a chokehold from the back seat. Then the woman moved in.
She opened the door, then put in my hand and my pocket. She then took out my money. From April 1st.
That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. A couple, a man and a woman. You heard what just happened?
Today, 9 carjackings and armed robberies.
The NYPD.
You hear that? 9 carjacking. That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. And 9 robberies.
PD has confirmed 6 incidents. Chris, the dispatcher, believes the number is higher than 9. Do you believe there's many more than 9 this past month?
Yes, 100%. Again, this is an everyday thing.
He says they have many methods of taking money the drivers worked hard to earn.
It's always a different scenario, a way of definitely stealing from the drivers.
And there's no typical profile of the suspects.
Even elderly, where they definitely will tell the driver, I dropped something, could you help me look for it?
We believe that they take the car and they pick up passengers in the street because the vehicle has TLC plates. And they rob those passengers.
An NYPD task force is investigating these crimes. Fernando Mateo and the New York State Taxi Federation are offering a $7,500 reward for information that leads to arrests.
That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. All these people going around, they jacking like the Uber cabs and the Lyft, and then go around, pick up passengers, and then rob the passengers. That's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy. Let's move on to the next story.
Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg calling out YouTube, accusing them of playing a key role in the proliferation of ghost guns.
Fox 8's Arthur Chan explains why the DA says certain how-to...
What the hell is ghost gun? DIY ghost guns.
Videos must be taken off their site.
What you see right here is a 3D printed firearm, which we actually printed and we actually test fired.
The NYPD and Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg rolled out a clinic Wednesday showing how easy 3D printing of ghost guns has become. Before last year, the most ghost guns the city pulled off the streets in a year was 4. So far this year, it's already seized 57.
Hold up. I'm kind of lost when it comes to technology. 3D printing. You telling me you could print a gun from how? From a computer? I don't understand.
And we're just months into the year.
You can see how quick that jump happened.
Bragg and the NYPD say New Yorkers as young as 15 are being lured into printing ghost guns when simply watching clips about video games on YouTube. They say within just a few short clicks and a matter of minutes, YouTube's own algorithm starts introducing them to video tutorials on how to print 3D guns.
About 10 minutes into the searching, you're going to come upon very specific videos to build ghost guns.
They say the videos are so effective that it's deadly.
Leaving, the World Wide Web in hitting the streets of Manhattan. You don't need an MIT engineering degree, right? All you need is a computer and a...
Whoa, what's that right there? That's that 3D stuff? So, what it's doing? I'm saying, I still don't I know I'm old school, I'm not used to these new technology, but I know that's just paperwork right there, right? You print, what, the picture of the gun? I don't understand how the person actually gets the gun. What, he put it together by the parts or whatever? I don't understand.
A mouse and an interest in gaming, and you can go from...
I need somebody to explain to me about this 3D printing guns, whatever what can you use these guns? Because I don't understand what's going on. I need some explanation.
From games to guns in 15 minutes.
Initially, when we talked about ghost guns, we were talking about handguns, but law enforcement officials now say they have a new concern. They're seeing the technology being used to print long guns, including weapons like AR-15.
To print long guns like AR-15. I don't understand. Is this just pictures? That's what I'm saying. I don't get it.
You're reading that. You're not thinking this is real. That gun right there can kill hundreds of people in a minute.
The district attorney has sent a letter to YouTube and its parent company Google demanding that they take down the thousands of ghost gun tutorials on their platform right now. Google tells Fox 5 its policies prohibit content introducing users to making ghost guns or 3D guns and is reviewing the videos Bragg has shared with them.
Yeah, man, I don't get it. I don't get it on that one. For real, for real, for real. But you are ready. Let's move on to the next story.
A bombshell ruling from the New York Court of Appeals today overturning Harvey Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction.
The court ruled.
Wow, that's crazy. The Weinstein conviction overturned. I think the judge, that gave him like 30 years or whatever. Ah, man, that's crazy. Look. Congratulations to him.
Ruling the trial judge improperly allowed testimony against the ex-movie mogul based on allegations that weren't part of the case.
All right, Fox 5's Antoine Lewis covered that trial every day 4 years ago. And Antoine.
One thing I gotta say, I hate this Me Too movement. I don't like it at all. You feel me? No sirree. I'ma explain later on.
This came as a surprise to some, not so much to others.
Absolutely, Stephen, and yes, I did, and this was certainly an interesting turn of events. The decision from the state's highest court was 4-3, which clearly states that not all of the justices were in favor of this decision.
This today is an act of institutional betrayal.
Actress Ashley Judd, one of the most vocal Weinstein accusers, mincing no words on today's decision. The New York Court of Appeals overturned Harvey Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction, finding egregious improper rulings during the criminal trial by allowing testimony from women who were not part of that case. Judd speaking at a news conference called by anti-sexual...
That's crazy. So what I'm saying, you got to be careful when you doing these trials. How you have witness in there testifying when it's not about them? You can't use those testimonial, those witnesses, because in the appeal, this will happen, overturned.
Violence leaders again telling her story, which she says happened during a meeting at New York's Peninsula Hotel.
Where Harvey, wearing his hotel robe, immediately began asking if he could give me a massage, and this progressed into him insisting that I watch him take a shower, and other acts of sexual harassment and aggression. I was lucky I got out of that hotel room.
Yo, see, I don't understand all of this. Imagine, the man asks you to give him a massage. You an adult. He's an adult. If you don't want to partake, the only thing the man could do is ask. That's what you got mouth for. If he didn't force you to do anything, he asked you, and I guess you didn't want to, so you leave. But you make it sound like somebody was holding you. I was lucky to get up out of there. Nah, you didn't want to participate, so you leave. I don't understand these people. If somebody want to have sex with somebody, or female or whatever, they gonna ask. Or if they want a massage, they gonna ask. That's the way the game works.
February of 2020, a New York jury convicted Harvey Weinstein of first-degree criminal sexual act and third-degree rape. He was sentenced to 23 years in prison a month later. Weinstein never testified during the trial, but maintained he was innocent and that any sexual acts were consensual. Attorney Arthur Aidala was part of Weinstein's defense team.
So the Court of Appeals deserves a tremendous amount of credit for doing this, based on the law, not based on opinion polls.
Weinstein's 2020 conviction was heralded as a major victory for the Me Too movement and a rebuke of long-rumored sexual misconduct within the film and television industry. And when asked if the appellate court's ruling was a setback, Me Too's founder says no.
This is not a blow to the movement. It is a clarion call. And we are prepared to answer that call.
Weinstein was convicted of rape in 2022 in California. Attorney Gloria Allred represented accusers in both trials. We asked if she had concerns about the California conviction being overturned, as it's also being appealed.
That case has not yet been heard or decided by our California Supreme Court.
Well, we asked them.
That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You see what happened with the Me Too movement, right? You see who started it, right? A black female, and she ugly as hell. I'm black, so you know what I'm saying? I don't care. I call it for what I see it. If you look good, you look good. I don't care what race you is. What type of problem she had? Ain't nobody wanted to rape her. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't tickle my fancy at all by looking at how she looked. She started this movement because nobody wanted to mess with her. You feel me? And the Me Too movement, I don't like it at all. They just started this because everybody was upset because Donald Trump about to win the presidency. So they started this movement thinking they could get Donald Trump. They thought Donald Trump did something in the past. So all the females, they want them to come forward and come testify and say something. But the man never did anything. They was just fabricating stuff. And what happened is the Me Too movement started moving towards the Democrat Party. And they start locking up a whole bunch of people. Epstein, Weinstein, all of them. You feel me? And they had secrets for a lot of the Democrats. So it was chaos at that particular time. But like I said, I do not like that Me Too movement. If somebody do something to you, report it at that time. Somebody sexual assault you, report it at that time. Somebody rape you, report it at that time. Don't wait 10, 20 years later when your ass is broke and just because you want some type of money now, you want to bring it forward. What happened 10, 5 years ago? What happened when the incident happened? I don't want to hear it now. You feel me? Let's move on to the next story.
Police arrest a man on parole for allegedly raping a woman in Soho. 30-year-old Ella Williams is charged with rape, robbery, stalking, and more. He's accused of following the 23-year-old victim into a building near Thompson and Prince Streets on Sunday. Police say he put her in a chokehold before sexually assaulting her.
See what I'm talking about, ladies and
police
gentlemen?
have arrested
He did the crime, and they got him at the time. Not a year later or 5 years later. No, she got raped, she reported, they got him. That's how it's supposed to work. Even if you don't get the person at that time, you have to report it.
Suspect accused of sucker punching 7 women in various locations throughout the city. 31-year-old Daquan Armstead is seen in custody in this video obtained by the New York Post. He's charged with 7 counts of assault, hate crime, and aggravated harassment. Police say the incidents happened between March 24th and April 17th.
Hate crime and all that stuff. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You can't go around punching people. You can't go around raping people. Those serious crime, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're not going to condone none of that. No, sirree. You already. So let's move on to the next story.
Police are looking for 2 suspects accused of assaulting and robbing another man on board a subway train in Queens. It happened last Saturday night on board a northbound F train approaching the Hillside Avenue, 179th Street station. Police say the victim, 20 years old, approached by 2 suspects, one of whom displayed a knife, the other a pair of pliers. They say the suspects then beat up the victim, stole his cell phone and wallet. Do you have any information who these guys are? If you do, please call Crime Stoppers 1-800-577-TIPS.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You see the number right there. I paused it so, you know what I'm saying, y'all can make that phone call. These fools going around robbing people with all different types of gadgets. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's move on to the next story.
Several people are hospitalized tonight after a fight on a party boat at a Brooklyn pier. Police responded to the Brooklyn Army Terminal in Sunset Park just after 5 tonight. When they got to 58th Street and 1st Avenue, they found 2 men who had been stabbed and a third person who was hit in the head with a bottle. The altercation happened on a boat called Cornucopia Majesty. The victims were taken to the hospital in stable condition so far.
Ah, man, that's crazy. You don't want to be out there in the ocean on a boat fighting. You feel me? They could throw you off out there in the ocean. Let the sharks have a feast. That's crazy.
No arrests in that case.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. No arrest. It happens on a boat. What happened? The person ran away? Yo, that's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But let's move on to the next story.
It happened last night in Massapequa, and as Fox 5's Judah Goldberg explains, the suspect was arrested after cops say she fled the scene in the public safety officer's town vehicle.
What?
Don't you dare hit yourself! An emotional scene outside court Wednesday morning after Rachel Odiche pleaded not guilty.
How she got their vehicle?
To charges including vehicular manslaughter and DWI. Nassau County Police say the 21-year-old was going south on Hicksville Road in Massapequa on Tuesday night when she slammed into this Nissan, killing 64-year-old Cynthia Mitchell.
Ah, man. That's not good. That's not good at all. Rest in peace. Ah, man, I know you got kids, family, loved ones. Ah, man, that's not good at all.
Identified by loved ones who say she was a mom, churchgoer, and beautiful soul.
We gotta raise a child that had everything going for it. It's not fair.
Odiche is also charged.
It's not fair, ladies and gentlemen. It's not fair. I could feel those pains right now.
Charged with leaving the scene of a deadly accident after driving away in an Oyster Bay public safety car. The officer stopped to help Mitchell after the crash.
He said, "Stay right here. I'm going to go tend to the other victims in the other car."
Now, according to court documents, after the crash, the defendant said she was thirsty. The officer gave her his Gatorade. And within minutes, someone else yelled, "There goes your car," as she drove away.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What's wrong with her? I don't even think she was in any type of trouble. I don't know. She asked the officer, said she was thirsty. The officer gave her his Gatorade. Then next thing you know, she snuck inside the officer's car and took off. That's crazy.
It was outrageous.
In the surveillance video, you could see Odiche in the stolen car. She drove about 5 miles to Seaford before the town tracked her location.
This technology also allows them to shut off the engine so the car stopped. The culprit couldn't drive it any further.
Odiche, who had slurred speech and bloodshot eyes, according to officers, said, "I'm not supposed to drink with my medicine."
Ah, man. So, what is... She's some type of patient, some loony? What's going on? So, if you know you're not supposed to drink with your medicine, why did you?
A woman who said she's Odiche's future mother-in-law didn't want to go on camera, but says Odiche was visiting from Texas with her son and their child.
She's this kid who had a kid that came up to get married, and this is what happened because she was tired and doesn't know New York.
The passenger in Mitchell's car is expected to survive. Odiche is being held on $500,000 bond.
That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world. That is so crazy. Ah, man, it's so sad right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel it for those victims, the families, everyone that lost somebody. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But if you like content like this, you know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. We bring the facts and the truth and the bangers to you every day. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share it out. Make sure everybody having a blessed day. So peace and love. And we up out of here.